Hi guys, I'm Chris and welcome to Destination Hytale. Today I'm giving you an overview of the newest Hytale blog post titled Creating Creature Sounds for Hytale. In this blog post, the Hytale team is going to show us how Hytale special effects designer Kieran Fitzpatrick goes about creating sound effects for the game. To do this, they will be showcasing the swamp creatures that finally have an official name, the Fen Stalkers. You may have seen the Fen Stalkers in the Hytale media section or even in one of my older videos about oceans in Hytale. This is quite a unique blog post, especially when you take note of both the creature sound effects and the ambient sound in general. So let's get started. Art, like the one on your screen now, helps inform a creature's look, movement style, and role in the game, and each of these factors in turn help to establish how it might sound. The job of the sound effect design is to take a concept art or an in-game model and bring it to life, Kieran says, to take the work of the rest of the team and give it a voice. Looking at concept art is the quickest way for me to find out the character's size, what they're made of, and if they're going to be a strong character or a weak character, Kieran says. That lets me pick out what their sonic signature is. I wanted the Fen Stalker to feel bubbly, Kieran says, like he's underwater or full of fluid. Achieving this effect means drawing from some surprising audio sources. In addition to Kieran's own voice, the Fen Stalker sound is created by combining parrot squawks with the braying sound of a zebra. I have a huge library of animal recordings that I'll shift through to find the sonic element that we're trying to capture. It just happened to be that the zebra had an overworldly sound that you don't hear very often. All of the source material is then processed into an audio workstation. The Fen Stalker's alert sound, for example, is comprised of 8 different clips. When it comes to my own voice, I want to get as many layers as I can and cut them into shorter clips that I can stack together, Kieran explains. Taking a throat gargling sound and having it mix into popping and clicking sounds. Another trick I use is morphing, where I'll take the waveform of one audio track, popping or clicking for example, and use that waveform to shape another one, such as the parrot squawk. Bird calls, in particular, take well into this morphing technique, and surprising results can be achieved when they're combined with a human voice. Another effect that I use a lot is pitch shifting, Kieran adds. I'll speed things up and slow them down, or reverse them. I do that a lot with my own voice. I'll also use effects like phasing to help bring out a lot of warbly, bubbly sounds. Here's the end result, a Fen Stalker reacting to the player's presence. This is a sound you might hear as you explore the swamps of Zone 1, a cue to flee or get ready for a fight. For each animation I'll do multiple variations, so we're not always hearing the same sound, Kieran says. I take all of the source material and process it in different ways while trying to have it be consistent across all the sounds that are required. When the sonic profile of the creature has been pinned down, more sound effects are created to accompany other events and animations. Here's what you might hear if you take a Fen Stalker down in combat. When creating sounds for Hytale's hostile creatures, it's vital that they match the overall look and feel of the game. When the Hytale team showed off the creation of the Zone 1 swamp key art earlier this year, Cell describes how Hytale's art style strives for a balance of cute and scary elements. Sound effect design follows the same principles. A daily challenge for me is trying to make the creatures that need to be menacing come off the way without going full horror game, Kieran says, while trying to also make what needs to be cute without going full cartoon. It's about maintaining consistency across the world, not looking at the character and figuring out what they sound in isolation, but figuring out what they sound in Hytale. Learning how far I can take the creature while ensuring that it sounds like it lives in Orbis. Here's an example of a cuter creature, a chicken running around its pen. This sound effect was created using the samples of a real chicken, combined with the sound of clothes being flapped in front of a microphone to provide the impression of rustling feathers. Here's another creepier example, a spider leaping down from a tree. Arachnophobes might want to skip this one. Here's the alert effect for a crawler. Bear in mind that all of the game assets in this post represent work in progress and details may change. Arriving at the right sound for a creature is made easier by Hytale's in-game tools. While playing, you can swap audio without having to quit the game, Kieran explains. You can change the file, alter the volume or pitch, loop sounds, limit the amount of times they can play. There's a lot of features that I'm using all the time when implementing new sounds. It's really easy to test what I'm working on to find out how it feels to listen to it while I'm playing, Kieran adds. When Hytale launches, these same tools will be available to modders. The Hytale team wants to make sure that customizing game audio is as easy as changing any other aspect of Hytale, so that content creators can try their hand at designing their own sound effects. Now, this is huge news. You won't have to download, install, and learn a bunch of different software just to make great sounds for your mods or servers. Instead, you will be able to use a simple but effective software that's integrated into Hytale. I think this is really going to speed up all of the processes surrounding sound in Hytale. As Kieran said, you won't even have to leave the game. The only question that remains is if the software in one of the earlier pictures is the one that they are talking about. So yeah, that's it for the blog post. I'm Chris, this was Destination Hytale, and I'll see you guys in the next video.